Hi there, viewers. Thank you for joining the live chat session. Warm welcome to all of you. Four new stories in today's live chat, two updates and two new stories. Let me welcome the participants, then just a peek at the upcoming news stories and updates. Nahom Architects, first one who commented today, Nahom from Addis Ababa. Welcome to you, Nahom. Samuel Faleke, second viewer to comment, very regular viewer, travels a lot too. How are you, Samuel? Liz Elias joined from Tegarai. How are you, Liz? Dark Star says, good evening. Are you Irritian, Dark Star? Enge Som photo says, welcome. A says, hello, Sajid. Do you miss me? Uh, well, I miss all of you. And those who are regular viewers, I miss them. I know them personally. Some are in touch with me through email, through calls too. Jabir Muhammad Sajid says the truth, says Jabir. Thank you for this backing, Jabir. Andwalam Chene says, hello, brother. How are you, Andwalam Chene? Mustafa Ismail, hi, Sajid from Somali, lives in Bahir Dar. How are you, Mustafa? Marcos Bellaccio joined. To Bilal Asaya, first member who joined the live chat today is Bilal. Special welcome to you, Bilal. Dark Star says no Ethiopian. Dark Star is Ethiopian. Born and raised in Addis Ababa. Okay, thank you for this correction. Mo Bolton. We here for you, Paul. Thank you, Mo Bolton. A new name for me. Jibat Gamida says hi, Sajid. Eklilo Gebrimariam says hello. Tiklai TM. Hi, Sajid. Tiklai from Bishofto. How are you, Tiklai? Two updates and two. Peace and Love joined. To welcome Peace and Love, an esteemed member, very close to my heart. Yemesgan here, to another member. Welcome to you, Yemesgan. And Doalam says news analysis is very important. Otherwise, sometimes viewers say, Sajid, we don't need your analysis. Just let us form opinion. You should only share the news. Leave it to the people to judge. That's what I do in most cases. But people ask analytical questions too. And I think a man who covers news so much is also in a position to build an analysis. So give me this luxury, if you call it, of building analysis too. You have every right to reject it or agree with it. But since I study Ethiopia so much, so deeply, that is why I think I have this right to build my analysis. Analysis is neutral. It's not pro or anti someone. Waterfall joined to Amhara should surrender except Oromoma Empire like Tigray. Saeed Mohammed, your reports are interesting. Where are you based? I'm based in Pakistan. Jahad Muhammad joined to says Salam Sajid. Joining from Djibouti, I am following you for a few years. Welcome, Jahad Muhammad. Enge Som photo says your videos are like addiction to me, though I don't agree with many of your analysis. Yeah, we don't agree a lot, me and viewers, but still we have this relationship. Chief of Hamasien joined to Nahom and Dark Star says we want your analysis too. Four topics was firstly the meeting between Fano and European embassy. Who attended this meeting on Fano's behalf? Several viewers contacted me through email. Secondly, the drone strike, which happened in uh, Amhara yesterday. More information which I got from the area for you. These are two updates for you. Then two main news stories. Amhara Prosperity Party leaders have been kidnapped by Fano fighters. How many? Where are they from? Which level? Of which level they are? And lastly, UAE is closing its military base in Mogadishu. A very important regional development pointing towards new regional alignment. Where does Turkey stand? Where does UAE stand? Where is Ethiopia? Where is Somaliland? New regional configuration is surfacing, pointing towards a rising of tensions and perhaps a turbulent 2024 is ahead of us. Mitiko says, "What do we call you? Political analyst or journalist?" I'm just a student of Ethiopian affairs. Simply call me a student of Ethiopian, Eritrean, Somali affairs. Student of Horn of Africa affairs, you can call me. Abdi Karim Farah joined too. He's been watching me since Azerbaijan-Armenia war. Abdi Karim is Somali, if I'm not wrong. Alim joined too. Alim says, is Skandar challenging Fano leadership? Okay, let me respond to this question from Alam. Alam is a member too, obviously. I take members' comments, questions on priority. Why? Because they have become members. They are ready to pay to be members. So that is why they need special treatment. I offer them to be on my views and news if they want to, but they don't want to expose themselves to criticism. They want to disclose their identities. I can understand their concerns, their problems. Skandar is not challenging Fano leadership. Skandar wants a main role, and I think Skandar should be given that role because when Skandar founded Amhara Popular Front, there was no Zameen Kasi with Skandar. There was no Masrisha with Skandar. Skandar was the first one, man of national stature. He risked his life. And the man is not known for having any military skills. He was a politician, human rights activist, you can call him. Then he went to the US to see his family there. He was threatened that he should not return. He returned. He joined Fano. So I believe Skandar, whether you agree with his views or not, he was the first one who gave new life to Fano. Though the man has been very appreciative of Fano, has been, if you remember, he met with Massafin and others in the past too, when Fano was fighting against Tigray fighters after his release from prison. But he was the first one, man of national stature, who joined Fano, who led Fano. Government deliberately released Zameen Kasi so that there could be problem with Zameen Kasi and Skandar. And that's what happened. Skandar did not fight against Zameen Kasi. because Skandar was leading Zaminakasi's men. Zaminakasi reclaimed his group. Skandar then turned towards Shoa. Now he's in Shoa. He wants a central role in Fano leadership. He, some say, is joined by Masrisha. I don't know about it. Masrisha did not, though Masrisha has been part of Fano for years, one of old Fano commanders. But he was nowhere to be seen last year when Skandar founded Amhara, a popular front. Masrisha is back in action. Both want a significant, major role in Fano. We cannot say that they and others will fight, but tensions are there. Nothing, Anthony. We're just starting. Let's start. Which news story should I cover first? Two updates: Somalia, UAE, or kidnapping of Prosperity Party officials by Fano fighters. UAE, Chief of Hamasian says UAE is the first one to respond to question with this suggestion. Most want the UAE issue to be covered first. Let's start from UAE. Okay. UAE Somalia relations definitely are very tense these days. Why? Because Somalia believes that UAE is behind Ethiopia's Somaliland MOU. Because UAE runs DP World, it has a share in Berbera port built by DP World. DP World is based in UAE. It has been constructing ports in Africa. If Ethiopia Somaliland MOU turns into an agreement, Ethiopia starts using Berbera port, UAE will be a beneficiary. It will earn. And Ethiopia is set to divert 30% of its cargo from Djibouti to Berbera. UAE is going to be a major beneficiary of Ethiopia Somaliland MOU. Somalia accuses UAE of backing Ethiopia and Somaliland. A few days ago, senior UAE officers were killed in an attack at a military base in Mogadishu. Attack was blamed on Al-Shabaab. Tensions rose on two sides. Now, UAE is closing its military base in Mogadishu. Today, videos emerged showing UAE military packing up their military stuff and leaving Mogadishu. No official word so far. No official statement from the UAE government or Somalia's government. But reportedly, UAE is packing up its military stuff and leaving Mogadishu. Why? Is it scaling down its military presence in Mogadishu? Masfin K, welcome. Is it scaling down its military presence in Mogadishu, or is it just closing everything here? What we have learned so far is that UAE definitely wants to scale down its military presence in Mogadishu because Mogadishu is not happy with the UAE. And UAE stopped paying salaries to Somalia soldiers a few months ago. A video I remember back then. UAE has been paying salaries to some Somalia's units, but it stopped. Now, if UAE leaves Somalia, will it leave Puntland too? Will it leave Somaliland too? I think Bosaso, UAE is doing some work in Puntland on a port. Is it Bosaso port, if I'm not wrong? UAE is in charge of Berbera through DP World, 50% share there. UAE will never leave Somalia. It will be in Portland. It is there. It is leaving Mogadishu. UAE Mogadishu relations are very tense, but UAE Portland relations are not tense. Reportedly, UAE has been improving relations, strengthening relations with Portland and with Somaliland. If UAE transfers its military equipment from Mogadishu to Portland or to Somaliland, it would be another sign of escalation between the two sides. Will these military assets return to the UAE or to some other part of Somalia like Puntland or Somaliland? That remains to be seen. So far, the alignment is clear. Regional alignment. Turkey with Somalia, UAE with Somaliland, UAE with Ethiopia. Ethiopia telling Turkey the Turkey should be neutral. Just a few days ago, Ethiopia sent a senior delegation to Turkey, led by a former president of Ethiopia. Ethiopia sent a delegation to Turkey. And Selassie, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, were there too. Special message from Abiy to Erdogan that Turkey should not take sides. Ethiopia, Somalia, Ethiopia, Somaliland issue should not be, Turkey should not intervene in this issue. Turkey so far on Somalia side, how far will it support Somalia? That remains to be seen. Eritrea again on Somalia side. Eritrea UAE relations not very friendly. Eritrea on better terms with Saudi Arabia than the UAE. Sudan, you know what is happening. The UAE supporting RSF. Sudanese military also supporting RSF. Interestingly, a few days ago, a video emerged showing Sudanese military training RSF fighters. Ethiopia has UAE on its side regionally, and maybe Kenya on better terms with Ethiopia. I wouldn't say Kenya not on good terms with Somalia, but Kenya is on good terms with both Ethiopia and Somalia. Because now Ethiopia is using Kenyan port, long port today. We got confirmation about first Ethiopian cargo ship arriving in Lamu, carrying 6,000 metric tons of fertilizers. So now Ethiopia and Kenya have a strategic partnership. Overall, we can say that UAE won't sit idle. If it withdraws from Mogadishu, don't expect UAE to sit idle. It will complicate, it will try to make matters complicated. It will try to complicate matters for Somalia through its proxies, through its partners. You will see them having more presence in some other country, in some other region, to put pressure upon UAE. By the way, I think when Farmajo was in power a few years ago, Abdullah Farmajo, UAE Somalia relations became tense. Then the relations improved, and now once again we're seeing real tensions. Yeah, UAE trained RSF, not Sudanese military. No, I'm saying Saudi military training RSF, not Sudanese. Saudi. UAE is backing RSF. Saudi military is also backing RSF because a few days ago a video emerged showing RSF fighters being trained by Saudi Arabian military. I'm not saying Sudanese military trained RSF. Lilo says Sajid Monjorino's brother David will be brought back to Ethiopia. 8 security members gone to Dubai. Don't know. I learned about this development that David Gizaber has been arrested. But the question is, does he have any link to Monjorino? I mean, if he's working in his personal capacity involved in some illegal activity, it shouldn't be a big news. But if his activities are linked to what Monjorino is doing, then maybe it could be a problem for Monjorino and TPLF. Musi Haptis joined to welcome Musi. Dark Star is asking about UAE's interests in the Horn of Africa. Well, we can speak for hours about that. Interests are economic. It has been building bases here, building bases to building ports here. It wants to lease land for growing crops, vegetable fruits too. It wants to have presence close to Red Sea countries. It wants to be a regional player too. So many uh, interests which UAE has in the Horn of Africa. Now, second news story was then two important updates. Second news story is about some Amhara PP leaders kidnapped by Fano fighters. More than 10 Amhara local level, city level prosperity party members have been kidnapped by Fano fighters. It is being confirmed to us that in the custody of Fano, most of them are from Bahirdar, Amhara regional capital. What will Fano fighters do to them? Will they release them? Will they call for prisoner swap? Will they kill them? No one knows. They won't be killed. They're in custody. They might be shown to media in coming days. People, part of Fano, are confirming this abduction. Now, it's two important updates. Let me share that. Then we'll end the live chat. Don't strike in North Shore, Amhara. I said that some Fano fighters were killed in that strike, and Fano supporters criticized me for saying that, though I got in touch with the family there. When the strike was conducted, I got names of the people who were killed. I don't want to disclose the identities of the killed and injured, but I want to share what I have learned from the area. North Shore zone of the Amhara region, Yelen Kapele, Berberna Gilgalo is the name of this locality. Berberna Gilgalo, where this don't strike was conducted. Kivit Gabia Market there, and there a school was held on Sunday. Since a strike was conducted on Sunday, so it means there were no students at the school. But there were some teachers at the school, and Fano fighters were there too in the school. Why were they there? They were using the school as a base. They've been using the school as a base, as a headquarter. And since there were no students, that is why they gathered there. Strike was conducted on Fano fighters. Two killed, they were armed. Teachers injured too, at least one or two killed too. Or whenever drone strikes happen, definitely there is some collateral damage. So among the killed, there are both Fano fighters and civilians teachers. Target was Fano at the school in Birbirna, Galgalo, North Shore Zone, Kivet, Wareda. Lastly, viewers, one last story, then we'll end the live chat. Fano's meeting with British embassy in Ethiopia. I broke this news a few hours ago. Uh, I got confirmation from people who were part of the meeting. Uh, who attended? How many rather? How many from Fano side were part of this meeting? Four. Out of four, one was from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Meeting was held for several hours. I told you what was discussed. Fano's demands, Fano's political demands were discussed. How do they want to reach Addis Ababa? What is their post Abiy plan? How united are they? What do they expect from international community? Why don't they want to talk to the government? Any possibility of talks, etc. So this is what happened. I cannot tell the names of four Fano representatives to you. That would be against the commitment which I gave. But you will see that in coming days, others will report that and they'll confirm what I'm saying. I think it would be better if Fano groups themselves confirm uh, the identities, the names of those who held a meeting with the British Embassy in Addis Ababa. It would be inappropriate for me to disclose the names of those who attended this meeting with British Embassy. This meeting should not come as a surprise. Uh, Someone is writing about NIS, that NIS is not aware of it. No, NIS would be aware of it. I think that foreign players are involved in Ethiopian conflicts. Government allows them to intervene. Government backs their intervention sometimes. Government backed US intervention. That is how the war ended in northern Ethiopia. Government backed US European intervention, which led to start of talks between the Ola and the government. Talks collapsed, but foreigners were involved. Again, foreigners trying to be involved in the Amhara. It's not a violation of Ethiopian sovereignty because government knows that, government accepts that. So why should we call it sovereignty's violation? Government wants third parties to be involved. Why? Because there is no trust between the government and these armed factions. That is why third parties involve themselves. They give assurances and they mediate. So, I think it's not. It's good, by the way, that Fano groups should be engaged. I have been proposing that government should also talk to Fano fighters. This instability in the Amhara region, it's set to go on. There's no end in sight for me. The Fano group say they're about to reach Addis Ababa, they're close to storming the capital. And government says Fano groups have lost, they've been defeated. But my analysis is that this instability is set to go on. How will it end? Obviously, through some decisive military win or through dialogue. Dialogue should be promoted, whether it's through third parties or direct talks. It should happen. I got news about one embassy talking to Fano. There could be others too in touch with Fano groups. And there could be diaspora talking to foreign uh, players in America and Europe. But these engagements in Ethiopia are more important. So in coming days, I think you'll see more such engagements between foreign diplomats and Fano groups in Ethiopia. The Home Architect says, does the government believe Fano's capabilities are degraded enough for dialogue? Well, the government will talk to Fano after either Fano's abilities have been degraded or government realizes that this instability will go on and best strategies that talks should be held. Abdi Sa Sabdi, yeah, I think you are back after some time. You have been a regular viewer, but I did not see you in some recent live chats. How are you? You're in Somalia from the US. Gizagan is talking about the rest of David Gibri Gizaber, its implication, arrest implication for Tigray government TPLF. I think responded to it. It depends upon what David was doing. If he was involved in some activities linked to Tigray, suppose gold smuggling from Tigray, money laundering from Tigray, in which Tigray leaders are involved, then there could be problems. If he was operating in his personal capacity, maybe then it won't have any impact on TPLF, federal government relations. Jax Ferengue joined too. Welcome, Jax Ferengue. I expect Sajid gets better information than CIA. Well, CIA, we know their capabilities, everyone knows. Problem is that they don't share what they learn, what they get. They know how to twist information, they use it to achieve their objectives. What they share has an agenda behind it. So 35 minutes have passed. I think we should end this live chat session. Farab is not happy with me today. Why he's saying me? He's saying you're pro RVM. Let's end the live chat session. I'll be back tomorrow. We covered 4 topics, 2 updates, meeting between Fano and British Embassy. Secondly, don't strike in North Shore, in which 2 Fano fighters were killed and some civilians were killed as well. UAE is closing its embassy in Somalia, pointing towards a rising of tensions between the UAE and Somalia. And lastly, more than 10 Prosperity Party city-level leaders have been kidnapped by Fano fighters. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow. Stay blessed and bye-bye.